So the San Jose Sharks' lengthy search for a new general manager is finally over, as the Sharks announced today that they will be hiring Mike Grier to be their new general manager. So I think really in my mind, this sort of kicks off a new era for the Sharks. Doug Wilson, obviously, respect everything he did for this organization, but I think his time was done. Sort of with, personally himself and then also, the product on the ice. And so I think Mike Grier, it's a new era for the Sharks. He's also the brother of Dolphins general manager Chris Grier. So, got some general manager family ties there. From what I've heard, he's been pretty solid. Obviously, he had a 15-year NHL career. He also played for the Sharks for a number of years. He spent like 3 years with the Sharks as well. So, yeah, that he was a player. He's been where, like Doug Wilson, he's been where the action is. So I think really this is a big move. I mean, I can't speak on it in too much depth because I don't know personally what moves he's capable of making. But from what I've heard, he's a strong leader. He's a good fit for the role, obviously, and I think Sharks president Jonathan Becker sort of just stated that he was chosen because he is, just the right fit. He's a good leader. And I think his scouting personnel and his really experience in that field will help as well. Developing as well is a important thing that he's worked with, considering the Sharks are a pretty young team with who they have in the Barracuda. I mean, they're not a young team overall, but if you think of the guys that are in the Barracuda and guys that we've drafted recently, I think that's important. You look at Eklund, Bordelot, and plenty of other guys that the Sharks could easily develop into superstar players if they put their mind to it. And I think having Grier, will hopefully, based on what I've heard, make that happen. So I think also, we're obviously going to find a new coach pretty soon, probably. Crossing our fingers that'll come soon. And I think, getting Mike Grier was the first step because he's obviously going to be, probably having big influence on who is the next coach. But yeah, I'm happy they got him. I mean, like I said, I don't know too much about his experience when it comes to general managing. I know he was a player for 15 years, but that is something that the Sharks needed. They needed a general manager, and they got one, and they got their guy. I hopefully, he can turn this team around. I think at this point, we're just sort of welcoming anybody in open arms to take this team and bring them to the next level. And I'm hoping that Grier can do that. So anyways, guys, this is going to do it. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this hiring. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, peace out. Go Sharks.